Hey my friends, this is Daniel Aldie, and today I want to address a question that I've been asked consistently over a long period of time. People have been asking me, Daniel, how do I know exactly which career I should pursue for the rest of my life? In this video, I'm going to share with you some of my suggestions on what I would personally take if I were choosing a career. So listen up. The first tip is about purpose. Does this career align with who you are and what you want to be? Remember, your purpose in your life is associated with the work that you do. So you have to choose work that allows you to become a greater version of yourself and also allows you to self-express who you are through the results that you produce. A lot of people ask me, well Daniel, how do I know what my purpose is? If you don't know what your purpose is, all you have to do is just do the best you can at the job you're currently doing. If you do the best you can, eventually you will receive inspiration and a greater vision as to what your purpose might be. A lot of people ask me, well Daniel, how did you find your purpose? How did you know what you were going to do for the rest of your career? I can tell you the answer as simply as this. When I graduated college, I found out there were a lot of things I didn't know that I didn't know about life, business, and my career. So I said to myself, why don't I teach people the simple personal development things that I was learning in my early 20s and reduplicate it in my own version so I can share it to the world. That became my life purpose, and that's what I became dedicated to doing for the rest of my life. And that's why you see this video today. The second tip is reputation. The number one question the majority of people are going to ask you when they first meet you is, what do you do? And if you don't feel comfortable telling them what you do, then that's a big concern. You have to be confident and let people know that you play a vital role that's very important to you, not one that you're ashamed of. So for instance, if you're a mortician and you don't feel comfortable telling people that you deal with dead bodies, that's probably not a profession that you want to consider. Or for instance, let's say you're playing Big Bird on Sesame Street, but you don't feel confident telling your neighbors that that's your role in life. Then that's probably not the kind of job that you want to pursue. The fact is that when people ask you the question, what do? You will be judged automatically right after that. They'll look at you from head to toe and they'll make their assessments based on what they think they know. So for instance, if I tell people I'm a businessman, the next question is, well, what kind of business are you in? And I'll have to proceed to tell them the kind of business that I'm in. Now, if they don't understand that, of course they're going to make judgments, and you have to be able to deal with all kinds of questions related to your job and its reputation in the marketplace. The key here is that your reputation is your best advertisement. And if you want to be seen as favorable among people, you have to pick a career that you're truly confident in and its reputation that goes along with it. The third tip for choosing the right career is money. Now, a lot of people say, well, I'm not in it for the money, or I don't do it for the money. But the fact is that money plays a very high role in the job that you pursue. So for instance, if you want to become a multi-millionaire, but you find yourself with a $30,000 career and you know that that's not going to help you reach your goals, then it's time to choose a career that can. If you want to be rich and you have big material needs, which is quite natural, you need to find a career that is suitable to reaching your financial goals. Money is a very important subject that cannot be avoided. So when it comes to choosing a career, make sure that you have the potential in that industry to make the kind of money that you always wanted. Now, many times people are going to make suggestions to you. For instance, my dad told me to work for the government, but I realized that there was a max salary for the government that he wanted me to work for. So I realized that that wasn't a decision that I wanted to make. Instead, I started to look toward business in general, and then it became very specific once I found out exactly what kind of businesses I wanted to start. Choosing a career based on your financial needs is something totally acceptable that you don't need to feel guilty about. A lot of times people feel like they have to answer to other people because they make certain amounts of money. But it doesn't really matter what people think. What really matters is that you're getting paid for what you love to do. The fourth consideration in choosing the perfect career is growth. When it comes to choosing the job that you want, you have to ask yourself, will this career help me to grow into the person that I want to be? Growth is one of the highest needs that we have as a motivation in the careers that we choose. So if you don't feel like you can learn and that you can study and that you could promote and foster personal growth, then it's probably not a career that you want to choose. Personal and professional development is the cornerstone of creating a successful life. If you're working in a job that's stealing your time and your money and your freedom and your personality, then you need to allow yourself to get into a career where you can express more creativity and learn how to grow as an individual. If the career you choose promotes a culture of learning and growth, then that is the exact career that you should pursue. The fifth consideration of choosing the perfect career is family. Now this might seem obvious, but understanding exactly what your family needs are will determine what kind of career you choose in the future. For instance, I have a friend who's a surgeon that's always on call. So if his job calls him in for a medical emergency, he has to go into his work and leave his family alone because that is what he's called to do. Now his family perfectly understands him and they accept him for who he is, and they're totally happy because he's explained himself and he's living his purpose. Always consider what your family thinks when it comes to making a career decision. If your family isn't okay with you becoming a firefighter because of the perils of fires, then maybe that's something that you should not choose to do. Maybe you can do something related to fires, but not necessarily go into burning buildings and houses in order to rescue people. If the career that you choose is undesirable for your family, then it's probably going to be undesirable to you because you're connected with your family, and your career choices will dictate how your family feels about you. The sixth consideration for choosing a perfect career is longevity. Is this the kind of career that will continue to boom? Will it grow? Will it continue to support you in all it is that you want to do for the rest of your life? If you're going into business, make sure you're choosing a profession that will not become obsolete. A good example of something becoming obsolete is blockbusters. They thought they were the king of the hill until Netflix came and completely disrupted the industry. Now, even if your industry changes dramatically, you have to be able to adapt to the changes. Many retailers have decided to go online because they realize that Amazon.com is taking a lot of their business, or many people are shopping online in order to buy the products that they need. Be willing to make changes and understand the long-term game that your career will have on your life. In summary, ask yourself, what kind of career am I looking for? What are the talents, skills, gifts, abilities, and passion that I can offer for a career that is right for me? My friends, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below. I look forward to seeing you next time.